Teaser is another one of the original Pilates mat exercises and is really one of those just iconic Pilates exercises. It's very challenging. We're working on really deep core strength and stability. We're working on hip flexibility and mobility. We're working on hip flexors and the strength of those, and just control and balance and coordination of the body as well. For our true full variation of teaser, we're going to start on your back, arms down, actually arms up overhead, legs up towards the sky. From here, we circle the arms out wide, start to bring them forward, lifting the chest, scooping up through the lower belly, and rolling up to meet the legs. Nice open chest, long legs, and then we roll down with control, lowering the legs and the upper body at the same time. So some of the common problems we see when people are trying teasers, number one, sometimes people, like I said, it is a very hard exercise. Sometimes people just can't quite get there because of their body structure. So you'll see that in the next section with modifications. But with this full expression of teaser, one of the things that I see often is that people will lower their legs way down on the way up. And for a lot of people, this distributes the weight in a way that they then get stuck about halfway and they can't figure out how to get back up, because at that point they're having to re-lift their legs and their hip flexors to come back up. So we do want to cue making sure that the legs are kind of staying up in that V and we're lifting ourselves to the legs. The second thing that I see a lot is that when people get here, they kind of collapse down into the chest and are in a really flexed position. We really want to lengthen out through the chest. So my tailbone is curled under me a little bit, but the chest and collarbones are as open as I can get them, right? Even if the arms are coming up overhead. So teaser is a very challenging exercise, right? It is also very dependent on someone's body structure. So the way that somebody's pelvis sits in their body, the way that their thigh bones then sit within their pelvis, the length to their torso compared to the length of their legs, all of that is going to affect somebody's ability to get up in that V position, not to mention hamstring flexibility and hip mobility, and then you add in the component of core strength. There's just a lot going on with this. And so one of the things that I love is that there are a lot of different ways that we can get into teasers that is not necessarily that full expression of teaser. A lot of those, which we will talk about later in the reformer section of teaser, but I'll go ahead and show you a few of those options here now. One great option to start to build a teaser is just to start people in a seated position, have the knees bent, arms out in front. We practice bringing the chest back into that position, and then you can literally just walk the feet up into that tabletop hold and have them practice here, right? Then we could start to extend them in the legs. You could go one at a time. This is a great option to kind of play with this. We can practice lifting the arms, lowering them down, and then we could even practice that roll down in the bent knee position. And the same thing starting from the bottom up, right? Just bending the knees. Sometimes that's just enough to kind of loosen up that back fascial line and help people get up and down.